Oh, hey, I'm Nikki. I'm doing a update for my 30-day glow up, and I'm going to take you through how I plan my meals and the best way I've found to choose healthier meals that suit you. We're going to go shopping and we're going to cook and meal prep one of my meals together. Now, what I wanted to go through is how I decide what I'm going to eat for the week. So the first thing I do is I have a goal. So my goal at the moment is to drink 2 liters of water. I want to have electrolytes in my water each day because my blood pressure is very low, so I need to try and increase that. I want to reduce the processed foods that I'm eating and increase my micronutrients. So I have tried so many diets. I've tried meal plans. I've tried different ways of eating. I've done paleo, vegan, carnivore. What's that other one where you only eat fats? Ketogenic diet, vegetarian, Mediterranean. I've done all of them to see what to try and motivate me to eat more healthier. This is the best way to do it. So one thing that suits me best is I find what I like to eat. I break it down in groups. I'll put it on the screen. So this is the groups that I've done. I've done what proteins that I like to eat, what vegetables I like to eat, what carbs I like to eat, and what fruit I like to eat. Because these are going to be my main base of my micronutrients and my macronutrients. So for proteins, I really enjoy eating steak. I like chicken breast. I love cottage cheese. I love eggs. And I like milk. For veggies, I enjoy roasted carrots, green beans, potatoes, sweet potatoes, broccoli, and mushrooms. For carbs, I like quinoa, and I love sourdough bread. And for fruit, I like all berries, banana, dates, and avocado. So this is my base of what I'm going to create my meals from. Instead of following a meal plan from the internet where it has different ingredients, some you might not be comfortable cooking, stuff you haven't cooked before, and some you kind of like have ingredients that you're not super interested in having in your meal, and I feel like that brings down the motivation because you're not looking forward to it because they're not your favorite foods. With that, my favorite foods are, I love burgers, I love pizza, I love chocolate, but I am going to keep that out. I can start making creative ways to bring that into my diet, but in a healthy way. So I can do a chicken breast burger. It's just not going to be deep fried with a whole lot of sauce. So I can start doing that if I do feel like I'm starting to crave certain things. I'll bring them in, but in a healthy version. And it's also cheaper than buying takeout. So for snacks during the day, because I have been very snacky, I'm going to be focusing on dates, fruits, my coffee, and my protein shake I have on here right now because I just finished my gym. And I don't have ingredients for lunch, so that's just going to tie me over. And we already went through my goals, so that's how I'm going to base this. Then I go to some meal ideas. So where I got my ideas is what I generally am drawn to eat. So I went out to a cafe yesterday. I went out with one of my good friends and we had a chat and we had something to eat, and I ate their green bowl and it was really nice. I really enjoyed it. So when I got home and I was thinking about the meals that I like, I thought back to that and I'm like, wouldn't it be cool if I can just make stuff like that? Girl, I can. So I went online, I looked up the ingredients and I just like wrote them down and just gave it a title, green bowl. Then I thought, oh, I really like carrots, potatoes, eggs, and chicken. I'm going to add a new vegetable into my roast vegetable mix, which is Brussels sprouts. I've had them once. My friend made them. They're really good. So I think I'm going to try and make them again just to put something different in there. So I'm going to make a roast vegetable bowl. And then I have my classic steak, scrambled eggs, carrots, and potatoes, because that is what I eat every single night currently. But I want to try and switch it up so I'm eating different vegetables and different micronutrients. So what I did with those ideas, I put them into ChatGPT and I said, please give me macros and give me an ingredients list, including grams, so I can make these at home. I am focusing on building muscle, maintaining my weight, and it gives you an idea. So this is what it came up with. And then from here, I am going to cook with this because I do think it's quite good. I quite like the split of this. So I'm going to cook it, see how it goes. If I feel hungry afterwards, if I don't feel like it's enough food to satisfy me, then I'm going to play with the grams a little bit so it suits me better. So it's just kind of like a little experiment, and then I can start having lots of different menu ideas and then have them out, and then I can just pick what I'm going to eat each week. I do like eating the same thing each day. I'm not very explorative with my meals. Like I said, I literally, probably for most of this year, I've just eaten steak, vegetables and eggs for dinner every night. But we need a broad variety of micronutrients for our body to thrive. So that's what we have to do. I'm also going to put this into Chat GPT and just say, can you bring up a shopping list that I'm going to go get that's going to last me the week? Because I'm going to meal prep this. I'm not going to be cooking this shit every night. I'm going to meal prep it and then set it out for a plan for the weeks to know how much I need. And then Chat GPT is going to give me a shopping list, and it is that easy, especially if you're short on time. You got kids, you got family, you got a job, you work long hours, you're exhausted, you're doing all these other things, but this takes a bit of time. Just get Chat GPT to help you, just to like bring down that time a little bit. Alrighty. So then I also did my exercises because my goal is to tone and move my body into a 20-minute walk a day. So we're back from the shops. We have mushrooms, chicken bone broth, thick cream for my coffees, pumpkin seeds, balsamic glaze, more pumpkin seeds. I forgot that I brought the first patch. Didn't think that through. Dijon mustard, potatoes, quinoa. I got a little book for some recipe ideas. Green beans, Brussels sprouts, more Brussels sprouts, carrots, more carrots, sweet potato. We've got extra lean beef mince, chicken breast, cottage cheese, some milk, and whole tahini, because I want to try and make a dressing with tahini. And all this was $110. Hopefully this lasts me for the week, but I'm not sure. We'll see how I go. We're cooking dinner. I'm going to do my veggie bowl. I'm going to cook tonight's meal, and then I'm going to meal prep as well. So I've got my tonight's meals measurements here. So we have I'm going to add mushrooms to it. Mushrooms, Brussels sprouts, carrots, beans, chicken, potatoes. So I'm just going to prep all that now. So we are going to weigh all our vegetables and meat raw, and we're going to write down the weight of them each in our notes. I'm using olive oil a lot in my cooking, but if you are on a weight loss journey, please remember to add the calories of the olive oil. You can do this when your bowl is ready to add the olive oil. Put it on the scale, put it to 0, add the mils of olive oil and measure that, and then put that in your food tracker so you can track those extra calories as well, because they can be quite sneaky. So you've cooked all your meals, and now you need to figure out how many grams you're going to get from the total amount you've cooked for each meal so you can follow your calorie counting. Let's go through some maths. For my chicken, I had a total of 440 grams of raw weight. I'm going to divide that by the portion of meals that I want, which is 4. That gives me 110. Now I'm going to get the raw weight and divide that by 110. That gives me 4. Now I'm going to get my cooked weight and divide that by 4. And that's going to give me the total amount of grams I need for each meal. Nom 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 nom. Dinner's finally cooked. Now I'm just going to watch some TV, do some editing and chill and eat my dinner. We are watching Worst Ex Ever on Netflix. Again, I'm pretty sure I've watched it before.
And I said, knocked her off immediately. And she said, Katie, I killed my ex-girlfriend.
And that's me?
Okay, let's judge my egg. I hope it's still runny after like being... Oh, it's too cooked. Alright, this one's better. Not bad, not bad.
Afternoon, and let me know. Going to take a little road trip to New Orleans. She said,
It was really good. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that video. If you have any questions for me, just pop them down in the comments. Next week, I'm going to show you how I build my fitness plan. I do have my personal training certification a very long time ago, but I'm going to kind of show you the absolute bare basics of how I put together a gym plan to suit me from coming back as a beginner. I hope you guys had a good week.